buzzing around. This from DynaTrap gives us that easy way to really maintain and control the bugs. And you can do that for either under $100 or under $70. And we have two different options for you. That's why you're seeing two sale prices. So either save $15 and go with the half acre. You're going to be able to maintain half an acre's worth of land and keep away the bugs. Or the 1 acre option, you are going to save $21, still under $100 to go with that 1 acre option. We do have beautiful color choices for you, and two of them are exclusive to us here at QVC. So we're gonna start right here with your beautiful forest green option. We also do have this for you in a slate blue. This is exclusive to us at QVC. It has a beautiful blue-gray tone to it. And then if you do like a pure gray, you're gonna go ahead and go with the granite option. This is sort of a brown gray, a beige gray, a grayish if you will. This is new. It is the DynaTrap with the LED and then TIO2, which is exclusive to us here at QVC. Now you can bring this home today for an easy payment of under $18 or of $25. So think about that. Would you like to have bug management for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus months and then year after year? That wonderful easy payment makes this a really easy option to do that. You're going to need to plug this in. The cord is going to be 6 feet in length, so you have plenty of space to be able to plug this in. Here to tell us how this works is Sean Pickford. He brings us really great do-it-yourself items. Sean, it's great to be here with you.
It's great to see you this afternoon, Rachel. So I'm outside in my yard. I'm enjoying it. Guess what? I don't have any bugs.
That's
amazing. Because I have DynaTraps, and I love my DynaTraps. I've had them for years. I wouldn't live without them. So I have a small piece of property here in New Jersey, about a 1/4 acre. I usually put 1 acre out here on the side of the house in the back and 1 out front because it doesn't work through your house, but it allows me to be outside and enjoy the sunlight and everything there is to offer about being outside for the deck or the patio without doing this or without spraying stuff on myself or without my dogs getting bit by mosquitoes. So
yes,
really does mean a lot to me.
That's amazing. Let's start with why we should choose DynaTrap, Sean, because there are a lot of options when it comes to pest management as far as our bugs go. A lot of times we've got to turn to chemicals or pesticides. So why is DynaTrap the better option for us?
Well, we looked at all those things and we said, look, there's got to be a better way. What are those bugs attracted to? They're attracted to us human beings. So how do we build like a better human being so we can attract the bugs to a device instead of us to bite them? Okay, and that's what DynaTrap is. It's the light, the warmth, and the carbon dioxide that this gives off. That special UV LED light, well, this one's new and improved. It lasts 2¼ years. That's 27 continuous months. It attracts the bugs day and night. Most people think, oh, they only come out at night. They're there day and night, 24/7, as long as it's above 50 degrees. We attract and capture over 12 different species, including the #1 worldwide pest, mosquito. And we bring them into this trap. We don't force them away so they can come back tomorrow. We bring them to the trap so they're not here tomorrow. There's the easy one-touch opening system that you, the QVC customer, said, hey, I love that I catch bugs, but I don't want to touch them. So these are the bugs we're talking about. The biting midges and no-see-ums, Japanese beetles, the gnat, the blowflies, the drainflies, the musket. Also, mosquitoes, flies, wasps, moss, all right, wasps, things of that nature. So we developed it to go after the mosquito, but we also realized by doing our testing that we were able to attract not only mosquitoes, but 12 other things. And yes, we did independent lab studies to make sure this works the way we're saying it does.
Great.
And let me just show you. This is the proof, all right? These are my bugs. These are bugs from my yard, okay? That's 2 weeks worth of bugs. There's mosquitoes in there, there's moths in there, there's no-see-ums. So I live down at the beach. Everybody knows at the beach what a no-see-um is. You don't see them till they bite you, all right? And they're really nasty. Well, these DynaTraps do a fantastic job of keeping them away, so I can spend more time outside.
That's amazing. I want to go on a little tour and kind of see what everything is because, Sean, I understand that it's a UV light and then there's this fan that brings them in. But as we're going through the tour, could you really break it down for me and tell me exactly what all of the components do so that I know exactly how this works?
Yeah, I mean, it's real easy. Like you said, when you get it out of the box, they're pretty much assembled. You don't have to do anything. You're going to plug them in. We give you a 6-foot cord. Now, I run extension cords to mine because I don't have exact outlets exactly where I want to put these.
Okay.
Okay. But you can see even on the 1 here, this is a nice compact design. 3 years ago, it was twice this size. But because of the way engineering and we've revolutionized everything, we've made it even easier for us to be able to go ahead and access the different things. So I'm going to flip the lid up here and just show you. This is the UV LED element that we're talking about. It's a special color temperature developed by DynaTrap that attracts those insects, even in the bright sunlight like I'm out here right now. I've already had 2 flies fly in here, okay? So there it is. If you ever have to replace it, it just unscrews. It's simple and easy. But this is the magic behind it. So that light there attracts those flying insects. It also gives off warmth, which warms that titanium dioxide plate. That's the TIO2 you talked about.
Yes.
All right. That gives off carbon dioxide.
Okay.
So every time you and I take a breath, a mosquito smells our breath up to 300 feet away, and they're like, ding, ding, ding. They're trying to find us so they can bite us.
300 feet away?
Yeah. So
oh my
that
goodness.
mosquito now thinks the DynaTrap is you or I or our pets or whoever might be around, and it gets close enough. There's a fan in here, so when you turn it on, you can barely hear the fan. I mean, it's like whisper quiet. I'll hold it up there.
Yeah, that is whisper quiet.
But it's powerful enough that it sucks those flying insects down into the trap, and that's what this is here, this nice decorative-looking piece. Sucks them down into the trap there. There's a 2-way flap that when you turn it off, it closes so they can't fly out, okay? And they expire. Now, after they expire, every now and then you need to check this thing. Well, we put that little eject button on there. So you take this over to a covered trash can or bring the trash can to it and put that in there. And there's a reason why we tell you to do that. Because if you catch a female mosquito that's ready to lay her eggs, she can lay up to 200 eggs at a time. She can do that 3 times in a 30-day period. So one mosquito could be 600 more mosquitoes.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
why they are the #1 worldwide pest. And that's why DynaTrap developed this. I mean, there were tons of other things, like you said, chemicals and sprays and candles and propane things. And they're like, all that stuff smells. It costs you a lot of money. And basically, it doesn't do a great job. So they looked at it and said, all right, we're going to build something that mimics a better human being, at least to the insects, that we can attract and capture these things so they don't come back tomorrow. And that's what this is.
That's amazing. And for me, Sean, I'm taking care of my sister's dog right now. I'm worried when I'm spraying things, if kids and pets are over, you just never know. With DynaTrap, I don't have to worry. It's not chemical based. It's that CO2 that, thank you for explaining that, that's what sort of mimics why they want to be attracted. It mimics us. And then that UV light and the fan that just is going to really get everything down into this base. I want to take us through the color choices, and then we'll talk to Sean about how we choose the ½ acre versus the full acre. So this option today, it's new, but you're already looking at a great sale price. Would you be willing to look at an easy payment of $17.50 or $25 to have a bug-free summer? Because I know I would. And then it's not just this summer, it's moving on into future summers as well. This is going to be your forest green option, really beautiful. Don't you also love how greatly designed they are? That looks like a beautiful lantern that you're going to just hang in your garden. In the center, this is your slate blue. It's a beautiful blue-gray. And then we do have this for you in the granite, which gives you that sort of grayish look. You're looking at in the back, the 1 acre, and in the front, the ½ acre. Either way, you are saving $15 off the ½ acre. You're saving $21 off of the full acre. I can't believe either way it's under $100 for bug management for all of your warm weather activities. So whether you're reading outside, whether you're barbecuing, whether you're spending your day gardening, whether you're playing sports with the grandkids, this keeps away the pests. Sean, which option should I go with? How do I know I need the ½ acre, I need the full acre? Do I just go purely by the size of my yard?
That's usually what people do, but I mean, a couple different ways you can look at it, okay? So ideally, I could use 2 ½ acres because I have a smaller piece of property. So think of this as attracting bugs in the center of a full ½ acre, all right? Think of this as attracting bugs in the center of a full acre, okay? Bigger area. Now, your house acts as a barrier. That's why I have 1 out back and 1 out front, so I can catch bugs on both sides because my house would block it working through the house. All right. Notice over there, too, on your little panel over here, that's the studies we did in the different bugs that we caught. So if you're wondering, did we catch a lot of bugs? Yeah, you can
Look at
see in
that.
6 days on the
1
full acre.
acre. Yes, almost
Yeah,
3,000 bugs, and the half acre over 2,500 bugs. Wait, and
yeah,
Sean, that was in a 7-day period? I thought that was
yes,
over the full summer. That
no,
was a 7-day period over
yeah,
2,000 bugs either way.
yeah.
Wow,
So
that's
that's how you kind of
amazing.
determine what size you want. You saw how effective they were. In my case, I know a lot about mosquitoes. I know how bad they are. I want to catch as many as I can. That's why I have the 1 acre. But also notice the 1 acre has a larger trap, another containment on the bottom.
True.
That means I'm emptying this one less often than I'm emptying this one. So if you live in a wooded area or an area that's got a lot of standing water, you're going to have a lot more bugs.
Okay.
That means you'd probably empty this one more frequently than you would empty this one. Okay. So that's another thing to consider. They both work the same way and they both cost less than 2 cents a day to operate. There
Less
you
than
see the
two
new
cents a day
compact.
to
Yeah.
operate. That's
Yes. Yeah.
amazing.
So you probably spent more on chemicals and pesticides and candles
True.
than you would on this. And again, for us, it's like 4 and 5 seasons. I love the new compact design because they were so much bigger before and get them to do what they did. Now we've been able to slim them down, but still have great results. It attracts and captures those mosquitoes and 12 other insects 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That powerful UV light lasts up to 27 continuous months. For us, that's 4 to 5 seasons. For those of you that temperature doesn't go below 55 degrees, that's 2.25 years. There's that one button easy emptying system, and watch all the bugs that fall out of there.
Oh
Boom,
my
that's all you
goodness.
have to do. Yeah, because let's face it, you want to know the bugs are in there, and that's why I kind of saved mine to show you what it looks like. But I really don't want to touch these things. I don't want
Right.
to go anywhere near them. And having that button on there allows me to do it. You also do get a hanging chain, which I think is
Oh,
really
great.
nice.
Okay.
So this is a stainless steel 26-inch hanging chain. So
Okay.
if you want to hang this up from a tree, so you can do that, or a branch, or something else. You can put them on a shepherd's hook. So over here I have the half acre, the forest green on a shepherd's hook, just in a potted plant. That's another way to do it. So you also want to put them about 2 to 6 feet off the ground. That's the fly zone. That's where
I
those pests
see.
live.
Yep.
All right. Now, if you have an upper deck and you want to put it up there, go ahead and do that. Just don't put it in the center of your picnic table or wherever it is, because you want to put it a little bit away from you, because you are attracting the bugs to the DynaTrap. They may find you before they get there and bite you first.
Got
That's why
it.
we ask you to try and keep it away from where you are.
That's
And the biggest
really
mistake,
good to keep in mind, Sean,
yeah,
because so often we're thinking of using either candles or chemicals that are pushing the
right,
bugs away. But this actually is
yeah,
drawing the bugs in so that we can have them stop before they lay all their eggs and create more bugs.
yeah, especially the female mosquito. Let's face it, if you have mosquitoes in your property, they were probably born on your property. They only travel like 300 feet in their lifetime.
Wow.
So and it doesn't take much. It can be a small little cup of water. It can be, one of the worst breeding places for mosquitoes are kids' sandboxes, because they're really moist and there's moisture in there.
Okay.
If you have any kind of standing water or stuff like that, bugs need the water. So you're going to have that. All right. This is a better way to go ahead and combat it. And the biggest tip I can give anybody that's thinking about buying one of these is don't turn it on when you go outside and turn it off when you come inside, because you're only catching bugs at that small amount of time. Leave it run 24/7. Even if there's a thunderstorm or a hurricane or whatever, these things are built to last. They're also fade resistant. So you can have them out in the sun and it's still going to look nice if you get the slate blue. The granite's going to stay granite looking. That forest green's going to stay forest green looking year after year after year.
That's wonderful. And Sean, remind us again the cost to operate if we are running this 24/7,
Yeah.
because I know that would be a concern for me. Well, is my electricity bill going to go up really high if I do that?
No, less than 2 cents a day to operate, whether it's the 1 acre or the half acre. That's what the LED technology is all about. So it makes it more efficient to run them. And that's what you need to do. Run them to catch the bugs.
That's amazing. So just leave it running. You choose
Right.
either the half acre or that full acre, and then you just choose which color you love the most. They all really do sort of blend into your backyard area, your side yard area. Even if you place it, I'm thinking, Sean, I have actually, the house that I purchased, it has a little pond, a little teeny tiny little pond, but I'm thinking that it would be really great to place the DynaTrap closer to that pond, because as you're talking, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm probably going to be getting a lot of bugs around that area. You just decide the half acre or the full acre, and then which color choice, this beautiful forest green, the slate blue, or this granite option, which gives you that sort of grayish gray option. And